Have you ever worked from a coffee shop, an airport, or, just from your home office? Well, if you have, you've probably relied on a critical piece of security tech without even thinking about it. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on remote access VPNs. They're basically the digital bodyguard for your professional life. So how does this invisible shield actually work? Let's find out.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with the problem itself, why we even need these things. Then we'll introduce the solution, the secure tunnel. After that, we'll walk through exactly how that connection gets made, peek under the hood at the tech that powers it, and finally, wrap it all up to show you how it becomes your own digital security shield.
All right, let's just set the scene for a second. You're out of the office, you really need to get some work done, so you hop onto the free Wi-Fi at a local cafe. Super convenient, right? But it also raises a really important question.
The simple and kind of scary answer is no, not at all. See, when you're on a public network, you're sharing that digital space with absolutely everyone else there, and you have no idea who might be listening in. So what's actually at risk here?
And that's really the heart of the problem. Without some kind of protection, every single file you access, every internal app you use, all that sensitive company data is potentially just out there in the open. I mean, think about it. You wouldn't discuss confidential work details at the top of your lungs in a crowded room, right? Well, your data shouldn't be doing that either. And that is exactly why we need a solution. So how do we fix this? Well, instead of just broadcasting our sensitive information on that open network, what if we could create our own private, secure pathway right through the middle of it? This is the whole idea behind a remote access VPN. So what does that definition actually mean? A remote access VPN is built for people just like you and me. Remote employees, people traveling for business, contractors, really anyone who needs to connect back to their company's private network from the outside world. It's all about extending the security of your office to wherever you happen to be.
Now, this right here is the best way to think about it. I want you to picture the public internet as this massive, chaotic highway. A VPN builds you a private, armored tunnel that goes directly from your laptop right through all that chaos, straight to your office building. Nothing can see inside that tunnel, and nothing can get into it. It's your own personal, encrypted express lane for your data.
So how is this magical tunnel actually built? Well, it's not magic. It's a super-structured four-step process that happens in just a few seconds. Let's walk through exactly how it works. Okay, let's break this down. First up, initiation. You open the VPN app on your laptop, that's the client, and you click Connect. This is basically your computer knocking on the company's digital front door, which is called the VPN gateway. Step 2, authentication. The gateway answers the door and says, prove you are who you say you are. This is where you enter your password, maybe use a security key or a code from an authenticator app. Step 3, tunnel establishment. Once you're verified, your device and the gateway agree on the security rules and build that encrypted tunnel just for you. And finally, Step 4, data transmission. You're in! All of your work traffic is now encrypted and sent safely through that private tunnel.
And this is the magic trick at the end of it all. As far as the company network is concerned, your laptop is now virtually sitting right there in the office. This gives you secure access to all the files, the applications, and servers you need to do your job, just as if you were plugged into the wall at your desk. Now, not all of these VPN tunnels are built with the exact same technology. There are different methods, or what we call protocols, that actually handle all the encryption and data transfer. Let's take a quick look at the two main types you'll run into.
Okay, on the left, you've got IPsec. Think of this as the heavy-duty, industrial-strength option. It operates at a really deep network level, and it basically wraps your entire internet connection in armor. Super robust. Then on the right, you have SSL VPNs. These are often a bit more flexible because they work at the application level. You've actually used this kind of security every time you visit a website that starts with HTTPS. For work, this means your company could give you secure access to just one specific tool, like a web portal, directly through your browser without needing a full-blown VPN client.
All right, so we've covered the why and the how. Now, let's zoom back out and put it all together. Let's look at how all these different components create a complete digital security shield for you.
So what you're really getting is a whole security toolkit. You've got strong encryption that uses powerful algorithms to scramble your data so no one can read it. You have reliable authentication to make sure it's really you logging in. Of course, you get that secure access to all your company's internal stuff. And you often get a really cool feature called split tunneling. This is pretty clever. It lets you send your work data through the secure VPN while your personal stuff, like streaming music, goes through your normal internet. It keeps things fast and makes sure only company business is on the company network.
So at the end of the day, it all comes down to these three things: security, to protect your data from bad actors; privacy, to keep your online activity from being snooped on; and access, so you can actually do your job securely from anywhere in the world. A good remote access VPN nails all three.
So we've seen how a VPN acts as this essential shield for your professional life, creating that private, encrypted tunnel straight to your workplace. It really is a fundamental tool for how we work today. And now that your connection to work is locked down and secure, it leaves you with a really important thought. What other parts of your digital life could benefit from this exact same level of protection?